Hello and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to talk to you about growing kale in your containers for the fall. It's easy to do, the steps are simple. But before we go there, I want to let you know I have other types of videos on my channel. I have easy to prepare recipes, product reviews, meditation videos, and other videos on how to grow a variety of vegetables in containers. So come on, let's get started on that kale. Now you can grow just about any variety of kale in your containers. Now there are some that are more suitable because they're like dwarf varieties, and I like this dwarf Siberian kale not only because it's smaller in size, but it's very hardy in cold weather, hence the name Siberian. So this is a great one to grow in a variety of climates. I'm also growing another good one. This is called a Vates Blue Scotch Curled Kale, which is also a good variety that you can grow in your containers. So to begin with, if you're new to container gardening, you need to have containers and pots to have drain holes. Now that's important because your roots of most vegetables, including the kale, do not like to have their roots sitting in water. So you need that drainage so that your roots don't rot and get damaged. Also, since you're doing container gardening, you need to use the proper growing medium, and that's going to be something called potting mix. Now, potting mix is specifically formulated to have that drainage property to it, and it's fluffier and airier, and it does very well, and it's what is used in your containers. Now, kale can come in many varieties. You have some that are curl leaf, some that are plain, some that are a hybrid, where it's a combination of plain and curly leaves. Now you want your container to be about 12 inches across at a minimum, and for a 5-gallon pot you can get about 2 to 3 inches, about 2 to 3 plants for a 5-gallon pot. So kale, depending on the variety, can take up to 70 days to mature, but there are some varieties like the Red Russian that can mature in just 45 days. Now I'm going to talk specifically about the Siberian variety that I'm growing. Now it is very cold weather hardy, but also it will grow up to 80 degrees. So again, it's a very versatile variety that will fit in a variety of gardens for the fall. So for your kale, you want to do another side dressing of a slow release fertilizer about 2 to 3 months into the growing season for it. And when you're harvesting your kale, you're going to harvest those outer leaves first to keep it growing. And the Siberian can sometimes produce all the way into the winter. So I kind of like that about it. But I'm also growing the other variety as well. Now you may want to do some mulching for your fall containers. So there's a variety of mulches you can buy. Stay away from the rubber mulches and stay away from the mulches that have coloring added to them, because you don't want those chemicals seeping into the soil, which will seep into your vegetables, and that's not very good. Okay, I'm going to show you some of my seedlings that I'm growing. This is a dwarf Siberian kale. It's just starting to come up, and this is in a 10-gallon pot. And of course I'm going to thin these out. And here is the Vates Blue Scotch Curl Leaf Kale. Now they all look the same when they're young like that, but these are coming up quite nicely. They're not ready to be transplanted. I could thin both pots, but I'm not going to transplant them until it gets that second set of leaves. Right now there's 2 leaves, so when the second set of leaves comes out through the middle, it will have 4 leaves, and it'll be mature enough that I can transplant. Now I can thin these out. See this clump together? So I need to sacrifice, let's see how many. I got 4 or 5 of those grouped in there. I need to sacrifice 4 of them so that the one can grow stronger. Now these are the Siberian kale seeds. That's how they look. And here are the Vates Blue Scotch Curled seeds. A little different in color, but about the same size. Now these says to plant 1/4 inch deep, and these say 1/2 inch. So be sure to check what your package says on whatever variety that you buy. And basically you can do the row method and put some in there, water it in, or you could do the sprinkle method where you just sprinkle them around and then put soil on top of it. In either case, you want to water the soil before you plant your seeds and then water after you plant your seeds. And it's that simple. So it's super simple. It's not magic. It's just knowing a few little tips to get it done. You keep the water, keep the soil moist until the seedlings come up, and you keep it moist throughout the growing season. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up like button and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video. That's it for now. Bye bye.